Well, good evening, YouTube. Good evening, Rumble, and happy Thursday. How's everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. So, we are back in Middle-earth, and Mr. Thormurn has found himself at Grimbold's camp, and he sees that there is much need here. However, he does have one thing he really has to do first. He has to go back and talk to Lheu Brenin. So, we're gonna take a couple stable rides. First to Galtreb. Now we could take the slow ride and see. Let's do that. I want to see where the slow ride takes us. I'm kind of curious. Oh, and for everybody who would like to know, this week's weekly coupon is for a 90-minute plus 5 hope boost. And the code for that is HOPE. All capitals. So don't forget that. Actually, a very easy one to remember. Thormurn has not picked it up yet, but we will. We can't while he's riding, though. And Drive-By says, hi all, happy Thursday, looking good. Well, thank you, Drive-By, hello. Hope you had a good day. Let's see. Check the map. Okay, so we're going around the Heathfells. Means you'll probably go past. Maybe we won't. Hold on. I was thinking we'd go past Wolf's Cleft, but we might not. You say, yep, pretty good? Awesome. Glad to hear it. Now, oh no, we are not going past Wolf's Cleft. We are going up this road here into Dunland. Okay. So we'll take this road. We'll either turn... No, we won't turn there. So we'll go straight up. Will we? If we pass by Tal Methedras on the way there, we can just get off. So... let's find out. We ran right through that hound. One hound less in the world. I should probably go through his bag before we do that, but you know what? Oh, well, whatever. What I definitely should do is refocus the quest. Help the people of Gravenwood, return, move on, report to Lheu Brenin. There goes an orc. Oh, we didn't hit the Kerbane. Darn it. We might actually go all the way up. Ha! Another Kerbane down. Let's see how many mobs the Sable Horse hits on the way. Was that 4 in hell? I noticed the stable rides follow the road. They don't just go cross country wherever. Which kind of surprises me. I mean, they could easily make their own paths. Oh, shoot, I got off. Oh, well. I did not mean to do that, but we are incredibly close to our destination. And hello, random person. I hope you're having fun. Beldred? Looks like you might be going the same general direction I'm going. Ah, you're on earlier quests, I see. Awesome. Well, enjoy. Have fun with it. We are heading this way. So, Thormurn figures he will go report to Lheu Brenin, wash his hands of that whole deal, and the Grey Company can continue on. Of course, we know that's not what's likely to happen. But I won't say more in case you don't know. I don't want to spoil it. You do know, you know. You know, aside from being incredibly cold here, really pretty. And they're kind of in a bowl, so they're surprisingly would be buffered from a lot of weather and storms. Now, before we talk to Lheu Brenin, we will stop and find a vendor, which I am sure there is at least one of in here. Nope. The little old ladies. There's Saren. There's, what's your name, old lady? Just her more of a villager. She needs a name. We'll call her Torva. I know, it's the name of the settlement, but we'll call her Morva. I thought for sure we had a vendor down here. Maybe not. Oh, I think it might be up further. Nope, nope. Okay, we may not be hitting up a vendor before we go in. Okay. Well, here's Lheu Brenin. Kaladin Stormblessed. Hey, Bell and all, have a good stream. Well, thank you, Kaladin. Appreciate you. Hope you're having a great Thursday. Lheu Brenin, hello. I have returned. I have been all over Dunland.
It is good to see you again, friend from afar.
No problem. It is good to see you again, friend from afar. You have been long away. What is the situation with the other clans? How many have thrown their lot in with Saruman? Lheu Brenin listens with interest to your news from the other regions of Dunland, of the herds of the Starkmoor, of the distant folk of the Dunbog, of the iron mines of Cairglin, of armies marshalling, and of frightened townfolk. Saruman's grasp on our land and its people is tighter than I thought. Still, we have closer matters to attend to for now.
The captive is taken ill. He won't last much longer.
I thought that the captive might tell us more about Saruman's plan if he was hungrier. I told Nye to stop feeding him, but now he is taken ill and will not last much longer. Come with me to speak with him before he dies. There will be no more chances to learn what the wizard is up to behind his walls before it comes to open war. We will give him a meal if he cooperates. That may be the encouragement he needs. Caillou. Let's go. Let's look dope. Might download it. Love Lord of the Rings. Well, hello, Caillou. And the game's great. And if you're, yes, you do hear a cat, Keldon. And if you just wanted to try it out, they have expanded the amount of stuff that free-to-play people can do. So it's a great time to try it out. You can do a whole bunch of stuff for free before you have to even think about paying a cent.
We will go to speak with the captive and learn what we can of Saruman's plans.
All right, let's go talk to the captive. And yes, you are hearing one cat named Carol Hemingway,
Brenin hopes to get information from the captive,
who is very excited because her favorite human is talking. We will make the captive sing for us, Thormurn. He will sing us Saruman's plans, or I will end his captivity with steel. This way, let us hear the captive's last song. Leland, where is Nye? He moved the captive to a more unpleasant cell, as you commanded. Ah, very good. Perhaps that will bear fruit. Lead us to him. The cells further in are damper and less pleasant, filled with refuse and home to rats. The captive will have much to say of Saruman's plans for the Falcon clan. I am certain of it. Follow me. You do not want to make a wrong turn in here. Hello, Thormurn. Tellenglad and some other rangers are below, bringing up some of the supplies the Falcon clan stored in the depth. The caves go quite some way into the mountain. Halberd sent me to bring you down to help, but if you're busy with something else... And it says to walk with LOTRO. You were going to speak to the captive. May I come with you? That is a good idea. Perhaps the captive will be put off his guard by your presence. I will go below and see how your friends fare with the preparation. See how weak our captive is. He will not live through the night if he does not have a meal and escape from the damp. Witness the captive's final moments. You, Ranger, open the door. He will not wait forever. This man is already dead. Treachery! You are fools if you think to match a Dunedain. This is bad, Thormurn, very bad. The Falcon clan has turned on us. I do not know why, but we are betrayed, and many of our friends are still below. We will cut our way out. Ah, I see how it is. I am sorry that it turned out like this, Thormurn. I mean that. These rangers are good folk, strong folk, and I see in them an echo of my own people. But you told me yourself of the great army Saruman has already amassed. He is prepared to give us back the lands that belong to us. It is so close now. I am no wizard's servant. Saruman prizes knowledge above all else, and now the Falcon clan can give him that. I think he will be pleased to receive the two of you as gifts. He will be most interested in whatever Aaron could bring you this far south. And once the fighting is done and our land is returned to us, he will remember. He will remember it was the Falcon clan that gave him the gift of knowledge. You will not leave this cave alive, Brenin. Take them.
Saruman, I send you this gift. Knowledge of your enemies. Use it wisely, and remember from where it came.
You know, Lheu Brenin's an idiot. It's not like Thormurn is just gonna suddenly be buddy-buddy with him. Let us go. I do not want to stay here any longer than I need to. I will leave you captives with someone and be back on the wagon headed to Thormurn before the next bell. Move your feet, Ranger. I cannot go on like this, Thormurn. What can we? Lothrendyr's pain is evident. Both of you were cruelly treated by the long wagon journey to Isengard and the whips of your captors, but Lothrendyr bore the brunt of the ill treatment. I am... Lothrendyr of the Dunedain. I have walked among the frozen waste and the fiery southlands. I do not fear this place. That actually made that guy think a little. I think it kind of even scared him a tiny bit. You could see the windows of the tower. These are the captives, scrawny things. We will keep you busy, little dwarf, and your friend too. I think the old man will want to speak with him directly. There's a place for you in the caves below if Fosh doesn't kill you first. If you have any fortune at all, you won't see me again, little dwarf. You're ours now. Let's see how long you last. It's Murflock! You are Fosh's problem now. He will find work for you. Ha! And with that, we have become prisoners of Isengard. Woohoo!
You now belong to me, and will do as I say.
Make yourself at home, little dwarf. You now belong to me and will do as I say. Fosh laughs heartily. We will find tasks enough to keep you busy, and once you die, someone else will take your place. Sharkul doesn't lack for thralls, little dwarf, and there is plenty of work to be done in the pits.
I've assigned someone to keep an eye on you and give you work.
If he's unhappy with your work, I will hear about it. You don't want that, little dwarf. If your overseer wanders off for a spot of grub or a swig of brew, rattle your shackles and he'll better come running. Don't let me see you without him. Orc Overseer. Ally to Thormurn, and no ally a month. Nope. So, we get two things here. We have a reminder of captivity, which will return us to Isengard should we need to leave for any reason. And then we have the shackles, which will bring the Orc Overseer if we happen to lose him. And we already have that recipe. Okay, so we'll put that and that right there. And could probably just get rid of some of this stuff just to make space, but I won't bother right now. If we need to, we can.
There's work that needs doing in the kitchens.
You think the army feeds itself? There's meat roasting, gruel boiling, and bread baking day and night. The Uruk-hai grins, baring his fangs. Not that you get any of that. Prisoners have their own ration. Brock, we'll have something else for you to do, I'd wager. To the kitchens with you. They're in the southwest wall of the cavern, and if you don't make good time, I'll tan your hide. Bite me. Bite me! I always thought it was funny that, despite you being a prisoner, they leave you with your weapons. Although, if you notice, your overseer does not help you fight in any way, shape, or form. But he doesn't stop you from it either. Always thought that was funny. There you are killing an orc, and the overseer is like, okay. Like, okay, whatever. You can kill him. That's fine. Now, let's see. Am I going generally the right way? I think I am. Which would be a first for me because I usually get very easily turned around in this place. Even with the quest markers. But we have found the kitchens with no trouble. Of course, I might be not getting lost because I recently did this with Methedras.
I'm of a mind to chop you up for stew.
Bark. His name's Bark. Another worm from the surface. I'm of a mind to chop you up for stew. Give the boys something they can sink their fangs into. Your Urkai overseer grunts sadly, shaking his head with disappointment. It's like that, is it? Responds Bark. Too bad. It's not worth my head to cross the old man, and once he's done with you, you won't be fit for stew anyway. Take this rag and clean some of the slop off the floor. You might as well be good for something. Once you're done, squeeze that rag out into the slop bucket there. By the way, I believe that's what they're feeding the prisoners. Slop off the floor, which is absolutely disgusting. I notice not a single one of these arcs bothers you.
You think you're done? You're not done until I say you're done.
Alright, so he wants me to do it again.
You could not have done that more slowly if you tried,
Still, the slop had to be cleaned, and you cleaned it. There will be more later. There's always more. Bark bares his teeth at you. It's time to feed the prisoners. Scoop out some feed from the slop bucket and carry it to the dungeons in the northwest wall of the main cavern. Empty the slop into the bucket by the cells, and be quick about it. The thralls have got to eat. Ha! Like I said, that nasty stuff that we just picked up off the floor, that's what they're feeding the prisoners. Oh, and I forgot, we get like a speed boost. which is good, because now we have to find the prison, which is on the other side. But we also have to avoid getting attacked. Because, well, we're carrying the slot bucket. So, ooh, don't want to go that way. Holy smokes, we found the dungeon on the first try. Woohoo! I'm not lying. I usually do not do that. Stick to the right-hand wall. I left the bucket down that way. You tip the slop into the bucket and it makes a sickening sound.
Do you know anything about what is going on outside?
Hey, dwarf, do you know anything about what is going on outside? I'm a man of Rohan. Balger, by name, and I was separated from my men not far from the river. Can you tell me if Rohan is still safe? But there are too many guards around, and it is not safe to talk. Yeah, I guess we should probably resummon our guard who went missing.
No talking to the prisoners.
You are no less captive than they, and if you weren't in my company, you'd be thrown in a cell to rot. Remember that. One word to Fosh, and you won't even have the benefit of stretching your legs. A different word, and you might call those locked in the cell the lucky ones.
I could have given this work to someone else, but I saved it up special for you.
I have more work for you, and this will be tough. Back-breaking labor. I could have given this one to one of the other prisoners, but I saved it up special for you. It's just my way of saying how pleased I am to waste my time making sure you don't fall into one of the pits. Zagreus is in the center of the main cavern. What do you say to him, us paying him a visit? It doesn't matter. We're going anyway. He's not happy to be wasting his time running around guarding some dwarf. And this dwarf has no love for orcs. So he's definitely not happy. And Thormurn's like counting the number of kills he could have. No, we do not want to fall down that way, because that would not be fun. And in fact, I think we would probably die. Maybe not. Maybe not. But it would not be pleasant, especially if we fall into the grinders. Once again, he just standing idly by while I kill one of his orc buddies. I guess there's so many orcs that they're not worried about losing one or two to a prisoner. Yeah, what? Think otherwise.
What is this? You are much too scrawny for this work.
I need a good strong orc hide to carry these barrels, not some pitiful little dwarf. Sengris sniffs the air and glowers at you in disapproval. You'll have to do. It's no care of mine if you kill yourself lugging them around. Just another body for the pile. Haul a couple of these barrels up the path to the north and leave them on the wooden platform with the others. You see it there, directly above Fosh. Now get moving. Okay. Barrel of weapons. And even with our speed boost, kind of on the slow side for this one. So that's the platform. And there's the path up. You set down the barrel of weapons with a heavy thud and a sigh of relief. Oh, please, give me a break. He's a dwarf. He's worked in mines. He's used to back-breaking labor. This is like a day ending in Y for him. Okay? Now, barrel of armor. Again, you set down the barrel with a heavy thud. Notice he did not have any complaints that time, though. Just set it down. Now that's a proper dwarf reaction.
This worthless prisoner says he's too tired to carry his load.
You left the barrels where I said. You better have. This worthless prisoner says he's too tired to carry his load. He'll get the lash again if he doesn't shift that barrel in a hurry.
So tired.
Kined cannot go on. You are certain that Sangers will kill him if his work is not completed. You decide to carry the barrel of weapons in Kined's stead. Alright. I get the feeling Kined's not gonna last much longer regardless, but at least we can do him this one kindness. You set down Kined's barrel of weapons with a heavy thud.
You won't be able to do his work forever, Worm.
This weakling won't last, and I'll be ready with my lash when he stumbles. Find more work from your overseer. I'll summon you when I have more for you.
The rats have become a real nuisance, gnawing and biting.
My brothers sleep in the barracks when they're not working. But there are not enough beds. We sleep in shifts. When one orc wakes, another takes his place. There is no room for laziness. Any orc who tries to stay in bed is likely to sleep forever, with a knife in his belly. It is one thing to share quarters with my fellow warriors, but the rats have become a real nuisance, gnawing and biting. Send them out, little dwarf, and be quiet about it. There will be warriors sleeping. The entrance to the barracks is in the southeast wall of the main cavern beneath Isengard. Alright, so we need to go to the barracks and deal with the rat problem. It is rounding up that way. Once again, why they left Thormurn with his weapons is beyond me. And furthermore, why none of the other orcs actually blink an eye when you do that is beyond me. W. Renly Max on the Rumble side says, yo, hope you're alright. Well, thank you, Renly. Happy Thursday. I hope you're doing well. And I am doing fine. If you need anything like custom emotes, overlays, well, thank you for that. I do most of my own channel art, but thank you. I will take that under advisement. Oh, excuse me. Die. Thanks. Alright, that guy got me turned around. There it is, the barracks. Right there. That orc got me turned around. Alright, let's clear out some, Cool, yeah, same to you. Happy Thursday to you too. No problem, I understand. No, I totally wish you well with that, because, it can be kind of tough being a artist nowadays. When you're interested in any kind of stuff, just DM me. Okay, I hope that sounds workable for you. Yeah, no problem. No problem at all. Alright. We're taking care of some rats.
You took care of the rats? It's about time.
Maybe tonight I won't be gnawed half to pieces by the rotten things. You won't be my problem for much longer. Fash wants to see you again. Return to Fash in the center of the caverns. Challenge number 1, figure out how to get out. So I think Thormurn is so cruel as to actually torment the very Orkai. After all, the more you torment them, the angrier they get. And take screenshot my Discord username. Alright, bye-bye. Take care. But, yeah. He is cruel enough to torment the very orcs that he is building his army off of. And that just makes them even meaner. Which does not necessarily make them a better fighting force, it just makes them meaner. You know what I mean? Woo! Wow, we managed to do that without going crack? I am amazed. Fosh.
I did not expect much from you, but you did all right.
I did not expect much from you, but you did all right. For a dwarf. You must know it is pointless to resist. That's a shame. The last beard I saw was a fighter. Drew blood he did, and that's something Fosh don't forget. Good to know you don't have half the fight of that one. But enough of that. Time is wasting. You need to come with me. The old man wants you.
You had better come with me.
So let's see. Now we got space. You had better come with me. The old man does not like to be kept waiting. If you displease him, perhaps he will no longer need you alive. Ah, wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, because y'all are looking at me and thinking dinner.
Come with me. The old man does not like to be kept waiting. The old man wants you. You had better do what he says if you know what's best for you. Ah, with the power of his voice, you won't have a choice.
Well, you're here. This is as far as I go. Follow the stairs straight up and don't wander. The old man will know if you do. Explore the Tower of Orthanc. You can't really explore that far, but yeah. This probably was a really, really lovely place, but now it's kind of dark and creepy and very gothic. Alright, this is Gondorian in design. I don't think you learn. You know, they should sneak a lore book into here that you can read on the way up. Talk to Saruman. That would be so cool, and it would be a fun little feature, like an Easter egg. They could certainly add something like that after the fact, and let us old players find something new, and let the new players find something new. And there's Saruman. Come closer, Thormurn. We have much to discuss, Thormurn. I am Saruman the Wise, and I know much that might surprise you. But still, there are mysteries. I need your help. Together, we can learn much that would otherwise remain hidden. There is much we could accomplish. Your own endeavor has ended in defeat, Thormurn. You have ridden a long road, but have accomplished nothing. And what has it cost you? The lives of friends. Abandon this foolish journey, Thormurn. Join me in my pursuit. And we have to resist his voice because he is a manipulator. Why do you reject this course? Can you not see that it is futile to continue this fool's charade? Any haste you possessed is spent. I saw to that when you were still in Isendale. I learned of your purpose from the dwarf Nar. After you left his home, I had no further need of him. He was quite himself when he died, another life lost in your wake. I hope that is not true. You better not have messed with Nar. I will haunt you forever. Do not forget that your friend Lothrindir is at my mercy. If you tell me what I want to know, he will not be harmed. Tell me everything you know about the ring. Nah, I don't think so. Gandalf knew something of it, and you knew Gandalf. I know the ring was in the hands of the halfling, Where is it now? I can be very generous to those who serve me. I can give you anything you seek. Come forth, Gunnar. I am here, my lord. You have not seen this Angmorn woman since you left the Northlands. When last you saw her, she had been cast out by her clan for dishonoring them. Her name was taken from her, and she became known as Gunnar without name. She survived in the waste of Forest Shell by stealing food from the lost sloth hunters once their prey was felled. Lothrindir gave her a bag of food to last until she could rebuild the wreckage of her life. What is she doing here? You have left a trail of hatred behind you, Thormurn. Gunnar followed your company down from the north, biding her time. Sometimes she lost your trail, but always she would find it again. That is when I found her. She did my work in Inadwaith and Dunland, and for that she will be rewarded. You will give me my name once I kill Thormurn. Yes, you will no longer be Gunnar, but not yet. I want you to consider my offer, Thormurn. You will work for Morflack while you decide. I will bring you to Morflack, but soon I will kill you, and I will kill your friend Lothrindir, and I will earn my new name. My master has promised. Of course, she just gets herself from one bad master to another. And look, we're back with Morflack.
Looks like this is your lucky day, Vermin. Now you're working for me.
You had better prove yourself useful, or it's back to the pits with you. Sharku may want you alive, but my friends are quite skilled at inflicting enough pain to hurt, but not enough to kill. Unless I give them the word, that is. Then it's all killing.
We're all servants of Sharku here, but some of us have more freedom than others.
We're all servants of Sharku here, but some of us have been given more freedom than others. I am one of those, little dwarf, and in return, I help my friends. I've assigned one of my trusted lackeys to watch you while you do my work. If he lets you out of his sight, rattle your shackles to draw him near. If he does this too often, he may find himself out of my favor, then out of a head, in that order. So now we've gone from one overseer to another. We've got 2 pieces of the prisoner cosmetic set. Yeah, I don't think I've ever used that. Anything? Nope, we already know it. Alright, at this point we are going to start throwing some stuff out. So we'll go throw these out. I wish I could just right click and delete instead of having to go through this extra step. But, this stuff down here. Put the rest of this stuff up here. Inventory management, a game. Don't you love it?
You heard the boss. If we stay in line, he treats us well.
You heard the boss. As long as we stay in line, he treats us well and everybody wins. But if you cross him, that's another story. Sometimes an Urkai gets it into his head to try and displace Morflock. He thinks maybe if he's in charge, he'll get noticed by the old man and be given some treat. He sees what Morflock has, and he wants it. It's in his best interest not to cross the boss, but he forgets it. The boss gave me the names of some of the boys who might be planning on acting up. The names are Gluthrok, Poitol, and Farmok. Let's pay one of them a visit. That might put the fear of Morflock back in the others, where it should be. I could use a fight. Yeah, problem is I don't think you actually will fight. So, go find one of these orcs. Make sure you don't have a ring over your head. You don't. Oh, can't go that way. And if y'all were here for the last stream, you remember me running my war steed through this. And growing the big trolls. Getting stuck behind the door. Fortunately, that meant the trolls couldn't get me. Figuring out my way back out the doors, running around like I had with my chicken cut off, and growing half the stuff here. It was fun. And we have found Gluthrok.
You're one of Morflock's new pets, are you?
The way I see it, you'll end up the same way as all the others. And maybe I'll be the one to help you on your way. You have defeated your opponent.
Nothing like a good fight to make you feel alive.
I have some more names for you. Matin, Urbhar, and Golb. Choose one of them to punish and remind the other two why it's wisest not to cross the boss. You'll find any of them within the ring. Okay, so we need to find another one. While we're at it, we might as well just look around a little bit. There's Warg Riders, there's all sorts of Urkai. That must be the front doors to Orthanc. Or maybe not. I think the front doors are more like up this fancy set of stairs or something. No, those are doors to the ring around Orthanc. Because Orthanc is right there. Alright, now we can get a better look at Orthanc. So the doors would be maybe there, although that looks like a giant balcony, so probably not. Oh, if that orc would stay out of my way for a second. There we go. So there's Orthanc. And of course he gets right in the way again. You absolute troll. Very fancy building. However, what used to be beautiful gardens and paths and trees, well, that's all gone. I think we have one close by. Right over there. What are you doing lurking around here? Urbar. Of course, you're right in the bushes where I can't click on you. And you are not being any help. Get out of my way, you stupid Urk. Okay, how am I supposed to talk to this idiot? I might have to find another one of them. Wait, I saw it for a sec. Wait. There we go.
Morflock should have come himself and done his own dirty work.
You think you can defeat me? You have no chance. Morflock should have come himself and done his own dirty work. Oh, come on.
Morflock should have come himself.
All right, there we go.
Morflock will be pleased, and when Morflock is pleased, it is good for all of us.
All right.
You've seen the slop they feed us. The good stuff is saved for the gate guards.
There are loiters in the building that line the ring, and that's where the good food is kept. The largest one is within the guardhouse, right by the entrance at the southwesternmost point of the ring. A set of steps leads to the door. You've seen the slop they feed us here. The good stuff is saved for the guards at the gate. Well, Morflock wants some of the good stuff, and if you get it for him, he's bound to share some of it with the ones he trusts. That's me, and if you do this well, maybe it's you too. So go to the loiter and grab some of the good food. Don't let the gatekeeper see you with it, and bring it back to Morflock. So we need to go steal some food. And while we're here, we might as well... Now these doors lead up to the tower. And we'll want to keep this section in mind for later. For now, we have a sneaking quest to do. And I'll be honest, I'm not the best at those. But, well, we gotta do it to progress the story. And I think they've made them a little too easy lately. That's something coming from somebody that just said that she had trouble doing them. That I'm pointing out that they've made it too easy. So here's the gates of Isengard. And up here is the guardhouse. We need... sneak past all these guys. Although I think sneaking past to go in is not the problem, it's going out that's the problem. And I don't think Thormurn can even use any of his skills. how we do this. Just like that. It used to be those guys moved around and you actually had to avoid them. Nowadays, not so much. So like I said, making it a little too easy. You get to go super duper fast with this. Delivered the food to Morflot.
This is much better than the slop we usually get. I like you.
So he's decided he likes me.
Morflock is good to his friends. Just don't cross him and you'll be fine.
Uh-huh.
You know what to do as you're told.
Erdon has built many of the siege engines the old man plans to use for the war, and many are still under construction. Go see if he has any work for you to do. Oh, Erdon. Oh yeah, that was the siege engines I said that we needed to keep in mind. That when we were passing to go steal food from the larder. I'm going to take a sip of something wet. In this case, we're having some watermelon juice. Actually, very tasty. Of course, I do like watermelon, so that helps. Ah. My mouth no longer tastes like a desert. Okay, I think we're at the wrong one. Yeah, we want this one here. And this is Erdon. Hey, all these orcs are just like big, huge, beefy guys that look like they bench press trolls every day just for the giggles.
You're one of Morflock's underlings? I'd rather he left me alone.
Most of these engines are nearly finished, Dwarf. I could use another crate of tools if you need something to keep you busy. Follow the ring wall to the north. You'll find the crate near the anvil field by the great bellows north of the tower. So you want me to go grab you some weapons. Fine. Good enough. Oh, they're training over there. I was like, I heard a weapon. I don't know about where y'all are at, but today here, it was a little warm. Now, I was nice and comfortable. I know I'm about to say 91 degrees, and I was nice and comfortable. But, well, I grew up in a little southern state called Louisiana, so there is that. Get rid of this surly Urk. But I know for a lot of guys, that kind of temperature is not nice and comfortable. It's more like melting. You successfully delivered the crate of tools to Erdon.
Erdon gave you such trivial work. Doesn't he know you belong to Morflock now?
Dude, I belong to no one. Return to Marflock within the ring of Isengard. He is around here somewhere. There he is.
I do not think you need a shadow any longer.
I may have been wrong about you after all. These others complain about the work they do for me, and it is only fear of my retribution that keeps them in line. But you have served me well and without complaint. I do not think you need a shadow any longer. You will stay in line or you will enter to Marflock. That will be guard enough.
Tell Fosh he's to keep you busy until I send for you.
Go to the caverns and tell Fosh that he is to keep you busy until I call for you. If he gives you any trouble, you come and let me know. You go to the depths by the way of a door north of the tower. Alright, we don't need the rest of the directions. Thank you, we've been there. So technically, I really don't even need this guy following me around now. But we'll hold on to him until we get back down there. So Fash can be fully satisfied and get the report directly from another orc that I am free to move about the country. I think our entrance is over here somewhere. Right here. And now, yeah, as you can see, my shadow is gone. The Thormurn is smart for a dwarf. He knows to bide his time. And kill as many orcs as possible between now and then. Considering all the other orcs don't seem to care one way or the other. Probably because there's so many of them. 1 or 2 dead means more food for everyone else. At least that's what I'm thinking. I mean, let's just say orcs are probably not friendly with each other. Woo! Let's not do that. Okay. Yeah, because that would be a very bad fall. And we almost took a leap off of... that would have been a leap of faith for certain. And it would have probably ended up in the nearest circle of shame. There's even one here. I don't even know if there is one here. I've never checked. Because it is a big giant cavern, there's bats. Oh, well, we found our way back.
Morflock says you can walk about unguarded?
Well, it won't be my head if you cause trouble. Bosch snorts loudly. Go help Bark in the kitchens. You know where they are. Be quick about it. You might be Morflock's latest pet, but I won't have you getting underfoot and slowing things down. Get You want me to go to the kitchens and deal with that grossness? Fine. And even without a guard, not a single one of them stops Thormurn when he kills an orc. I love it! Like I said, they've left you're a prisoner, but they've left you with your weapons, and they don't even blink when you kill some of the orcs.
Back for more? I'm surprised you're still alive.
Bark sneers at you, his fangs bared, and hands you a dirty rag. Clean the slop up off the floor. You know how it's done. Yeah, I know how it's done. You're all gross, disgusting individuals. Dunland has tried to catch your eye. Talk to him without attracting attention.
Hey, you there? No, don't look at me.
Dunland keeps wiping down the table and talks to you out of the side of his mouth. I've gotten my hands on a pinch of poison, just a thimbleful. If I give it to you, can you add it to one of the meals for the Uruk-hai? Don't let anyone see you. Dunland silently hands you a small half-shell container containing a few drops of clear liquid. Maybe me jumping around like a jackrabbit might catch attention. You secretly add the poison to the Urk's meal and return to cleaning up slop. And of course, we have to wring out the rag into the slop bucket.
You do everything slowly and poorly.
Is every dwarf as useless as you? Go, fill up a pan from the slop bucket and carry it to the dungeons. It's time for the prisoners to be fed again. Alright, so now we gotta take the food to the dungeon. Or, well, the slop to the dungeon. We should not grace this with the word food, as I would not say it's food. Now here's a question for y'all. Maybe it's the little tiny bit of Hobbit in me. But what's your favorite food? Is it something hot, something cold, something you didn't make yourself? You know, some people, I'll ask them, what's your favorite food? Whatever I didn't make myself. I think we went the wrong way. It's not the right part of the dungeon. This is the right part of the dungeon. You tip the slop into the bucket, and it makes a sickening sound.
You've managed to slip away from your guard. That is good.
A Bulgar appears from side to side, making sure the guards are out of earshot. I am working on a plan to escape, but I could use your help.
Arka was once the steward of this place, but now he is a prisoner like the rest of us.
One of the other prisoners was once the steward of this place. His name is Arka, and he ran the day-to-day affairs of Saruman's household while the wizard concentrated on other matters. But Arka fell out of favor with Saruman and is now a prisoner like the rest of us. There is little to do in these dungeons but talk, and Arka has boasted that he knows secrets about Isengard that none save Saruman possess. Talk to Arka about these secrets. He may reveal something we can use to escape. But how are we doing on our bag space? We could still definitely use some space. Alright, let's start getting rid of other stuff. Put that there, put that there. You know what, just go ahead and auto sort it. There. And that is Arka.
I know secrets. Secrets of this place. Secrets you might use.
I will tell you of my fall if you wish to hear the sad tale. I know secrets. Secrets of this place. Secrets you might use. And it's a session play where we get to play as Grima Wormtongue. Woohoo! Did we actually start it? There we go. I kind of wish they'd switch that around. The cancel button is where people usually expect the play to be.
I was the steward of Saruman's household and ran his affairs from day to day. I was accorded high honor, and would still, were it not for Grima, the Wormtongue.
They have been long in conversation, Grima. What do you think they are speaking about? What is that, Grima? You want to get closer? All right, but just a little closer. And you can see he was a very clean-cut man. That big bushy beard suggests he's been in that prison for long. The world is growing more dangerous every day, Radagast. You must have sensed it. I have, Saruman, I have. My friends in the woodlands are restless. Something has made them uneasy. I know what has made them so. The Nine are abroad once more. The Nazgul The Nine? The Nine what? Could you make any sense of that, Grim? Our master holds you in closer confidence than he does me. Have you heard nothing of these matters? I need not be counted among the wise to know that they have Radagast worried, and that gives me reason to worry as well. I'm sure our master will know what must be done. That is why he is the wizard, and we are the servant. We know our place, do we not? We do. My servants, come here. They are disguised as riders in black and seek a land called Shire. Find Gandalf. Tell him I will help if he needs me. I will leave at once, and if fortune smiles, I will find him before it is too late. Arka, show Radagast to his horse. Grimma, stay here a moment. It is done. Radagast will find Gandalf, if he is to be found, and I doubt not he will speed with all haste here to Isengard. There are some other small matters I need you to attend before my guest arrives. Grimma did not think Radagast would find Gandalf, but I knew he would. At last in midsummer, Gandalf himself came to Isengard. Our master was right, Grimma. The guards report that Gandalf was seen riding hard alongside the river, and now he is here. Radagast has done as he was asked. Let's go meet Gandalf and bring him to Orthanc. Now we can see what Orthanc looked like before, everything. Like I said, green gardens, clean paths, very beautiful and serene. A little oasis in the mountains. Welcome to the Ring of Isengard. I came as quickly as I was able. Worrisome tidings for me hither. Your master is the head of my order. I need his wisdom. His knowledge will be at your disposal, Gandalf. I know it will. His library is extensive. The walls of Orthanc are lined with books and tomes. He has made a study of artifacts strange and mysterious, and they... Did I ride with such haste so I might have the time to enjoy this account of yours? Age has not slowed your speech, Arka, nor given you the sense when speed is called for. Oh, I am sorry, Gandalf. I forgot myself. I will bring you to my master, and Grimma will see to your horse. Gandalf's horse is tired from its long journey and will benefit from a stay in the stables with food and water. Grimma saw that Gandalf's horse was stabled, and I walked with the wizard. He spoke lightly of many things, but I could see that he was troubled. Gandalf seems much older than I remember from his last visit. Older and weaker. Look at him there. Then look at our master. See how Saruman's raiment glows. Gandalf's cloak seems so tattered. It is charitable of our master to offer his wisdom to the Grey Wizard. Perhaps he could offer some finer clothing as well. If we get closer, we might hear what they're saying. You sent troubling word to me by way of Radagast, Saruman. You cannot intend to make me sit upon the steps of Orthanc like a patient vendor. I would not make that mistake, Gandalf. I know the well of your patience, and it is dry. I have seen what awaits this Middle-earth. Ascend, Gandalf. We will discuss these matters beyond the hearing of my servant. Stay out from underfoot. I do not want to be disturbed until I send for you. I do not know what they discussed in that high chamber. Afterwards, only Saruman remained free to come and go as he pleased. No, I will not be dissuaded, Grima. He's an old man and does not deserve this treatment at the hands of our master. If Saruman fears Gandalf's plans to hatch an evil plot, keep him imprisoned, yes, but in comfortable quarters. The pinnacle isn't exposed to the elements. It is cruel treatment, not befitting Saruman the Wise. It is not our place to challenge Saruman's decisions, but I will do what I can to ease Gandalf's stay with us. An extra ration of bread will do no harm. There is no need to tell Saruman of this, of course. Gandalf, I have brought you some bread. Gandalf? Bread does not interest me, Steward. Can you give me freedom from Isengard? Only that I would welcome. I cannot spend the rest of my summer pacing this rooftop. There is work I must do. Do you understand me? I cannot stay here. It is the will of my master Saruman that you stay here. Saruman. He has left the path of wisdom. He was not content with his station, and now styles himself Saruman of many colors. He boasts of forging his own ring, and seeks to challenge Sauron. Madness. Thank you for the bread, Arka. Or it's Akka. You're welcome, Gandalf. My master must soon come to his senses, and will give you your freedom. Promise me that you will not tell our master about this. We have done nothing wrong, of course, but there is no sense in disturbing him. What is one more loaf of bread? No one will miss it. Grima gave me his word that he would keep my confidence. Grima was a liar. Thormurn listened to breathlessly recount Alka's recent delivery of a loaf of bread to Gandalf and their ensuing conversation. His face is a thundercloud. Why did you allow Akka to do this? What would you have done if he allowed Gandalf to come down? What would have been your answer if my worthless steward had freed him? Saruman masters his anger, but his tone is no less stern. From this point onward, no one will climb the steps to the pinnacle save myself. I will have Akka thrown in the dungeons, where he will have time enough to consider this betrayal. He will have not even a crust to chew upon. Let him eat sloth instead. You will perform Akka's duties in his stead until I have others for you, and I will, Grima. Soon you will return to your homeland, but not yet. I was taken into the dungeons that very night, and I have been here ever since. So he's been in the dungeons since before Gandalf escaped atop the Tower of Orthanc. So he's been here for probably several months at this point. At least a couple months. If I would have to look and see about the time that Gandalf escaped and how far in the progression of the War of the Rings this is at this point. I'd say at least 2 to 3 months, if not longer. Maybe up to 6.
I like you. I will help you escape.
Do you see how it was now, friend? I served Saruman well and faithfully for many years, but for the lives of Grima, I would still. I like you. I will help you escape. There's a way out of the ring that only I know about. You will not find it without my help. Tell your friend if he can get us to the surface and create some kind of distraction. I can get us beyond the ring. Alright, I have information, and wow, there are a lot of dead bodies in here. Dang, that's gotta be a spirit breaker.
The steward will help us? Good.
I do not like being so dependent upon him, but it seems that we have no choice.
Do not let the Uruks know what you are up to.
Arka will tell us the location of the secret way out of the ring, but we will need 2 things: a way out of these cells and a large enough distraction to keep the Urukai occupied once we reach the surface. When Foch took me from my cell to work, I saw some of Saruman's experiment. One of these involves a black powder that, when set aflame, caused a tremendous roar and smoke. Some of the machinery seems to spew this powder. If you can collect enough of it, we could use it for our distraction. Your relative freedom of movement can help us here, but you must still keep up appearances. Do not let the Urukai know what you're up to. Report to Sagras by the forges, and do his work in addition to collecting the powder for me. This guy has had plenty of time to think about an escape plan. Let's just put it that way. Are we... Yeah, we need to speed that up a little. Oh, we don't want to go down that way. But hey, we killed another orc. You hear the machinery whirring? Kind of creepy sounding.
Back for more work, eh?
Thengros motions at the scattered weapons near the forge. One of the old man's thralls dropped a barrel of weapons and tried to run for it. He was dealt with. But now there are weapons scattered all over the place. Pick them up and put them back in that empty barrel there. Which, of course, means that we can quite easily gather what we want as well. Because since we're bending over to pick things up to begin with, who's going to notice if we're picking up a little dirt off the floor, right? Even the orcs find this work to be tedious. Okay, place that in the barrel.
Good. I'm glad you cleaned up those scattered weapons.
That servant who ran for it made it further than they usually do. He made it to the ramp over there. I just wish he hadn't spilled that barrel and caused me the extra work. You breathe a sigh of relief. Sangris does not seem to have noticed your theft of the black powder. And it says return to Badger. Bulger. You know, it's pretty bad when you use orc mob as a waypoint or a marker to where to go. Alright, so we need to go down this way.
You managed to get some of the powder. Perfect.
This is going to be the key to the distraction that we will need once we make it to the surface.
What is it they say about birds and stones?
The guards do not bring us to work on the surface very often, but the last time they did, I saw some of the great war machines being constructed within the ring. I do not know how close they are to being complete, but if we can do anything to prevent them from leaving Isengard, we surely must. What is it they say about birds and stones? I think the black powder you collected might serve as the perfect distraction and also deprive our enemies of one of these war machines. Go to the surface and leave the black powder near the largest of the war machines southeast of the steps of Orthon. The amount you have should suffice for four small piles. We will set the war machines aflame when it is time for us to make our escape. And then he tells us the directions to get up to the surface, which we don't need. Because it really doesn't help anyway. Now we need Go all the way around and out. Just remember, if you think you're going the wrong way, you're not. This is kind of like you're spiraling up and around. Woohoo! Oh, we don't want to go that way. Oh, that would be horribly painful. Although you'd probably be dead pretty quick. Okay, we finally gotten lost once. Alright, let's look around. Cannot go that way, that's for certain. And this leads nowhere. Right, back down. Alright, we'll slide down here. Whee! They did a good job of making this place just look dark and evil and depressing. Alright, I think we actually have to look at... We're going generally the right way. Alright, so which left path? Up. And it should be somewhere on our right. There it is. Okay, I did get lost once, which is pretty good for me to only get lost once. And we are back out into the depths of Isengard. Free to kill a couple more orcs. Free to set up a little mayhem. You know, Thormurn has lived at Orthanc for a very, very long time. I don't see how he could stand it being like this unless he is so blinded by his greed for power that he just no longer sees what he's done to the place. Talk to Thok. You sprinkle some of the black powder onto the ground. Thok has noticed you lingering near the war machine.
What were you doing lingering around there?
Well,
Explain yourself.
Thok eyes you hungrily, confident that he has caught you doing something suspicious, so you appease him. You start talking. You tell him angrily that if it's Morlock's will that you walk around Isengard unguarded, and if Thok wishes to question the will of Morlock, you can bring the two together. All of Thok's bluster vanishes in an instant. Don't tell him about this. I'm sorry. I didn't mean anything by it. Really, you don't need to trouble Morlock about this. So now it says we could talk to Morlock or talk to Baldur. And I don't know if it changes anything at all if you talk to Morlock first or not. I'm going to cover my butt and I'm going to talk to Morlock first. If I find him first. If I don't, then I won't. I have not. Okay, I guess we won't talk to Morlock first. So he's not going to get advance warning. Not that we're friends with Morlock. He is an orc. He is an orcai. And he relishes in torturing and killing prisoners. Like the rest of the orcs do. Let's double check. We're even going the right way. Yeah? Got a little ways to go to get back there. Alright, we need to go here. The music in here is really good. Very fitting of the area and the situation. It's very creepy. In fact, it's also music that is used in Moria. Whoa, let's not go that way. Alright. Should be coming here. Yep, there's our destination. The dungeons. Oh. Alright, it is done.
Ah, you have returned. Were you successful?
I was successful.
Good, good.
You have done as I asked. Good, good. I hope setting that bat powder flame will be the distraction we need to make good our escape.
It is time we were free of this place.
It is time there is no sense in delaying this, Thormurn. It is time we were free of this place. Speak with me when you are ready. And of course, this is an instant.
Ready. We will only get one chance at this.
This is a solo quest and cannot be completed with a fellowship.
We do this now or not at all, friend. There is no looking back. We will escape from Isengard, or we will die. But we will not stay here.
Here's what we need to do. The Keymaster is an Urukai who carries a ring of keys that can open these cell doors. He tends to come down into the dungeon several times a day, or what passes for a day here in the lightless reaches. Look for him somewhere in the dungeon, and see if you can catch him unaware. He is likely to be down the other wing of the dungeon. Climb the slope and turn right when you can. Once you have the keys, come back here and release me. We can then open the door for Akka, and we will make our way to the surface. The Urukai must have seen you walking around Isengard. They may believe you are bringing us to see Saruman by order of the wizard. They may let us pass. Continue. Alright, grab keys from an Uruk. Happy. Does that mean I get to kill the Uruk? Even happier. Oh, this was the path we came down earlier. I said that this wasn't where we want it to be. That's why. Because the Keymaster. What are you doing down here? Pash didn't tell me you had any business here today. I don't like the smell of you. Get out of here. You defeat the Uruk High Keymaster and retrieve the keys. Hey, friend, over here. You have got the keys, do you not? You must let us out. You cannot leave us to die here, friend. We can help you. Captive Dunlanding, huh? Which clan are you with? If you're a Boar clan, I will more than happily let you out. If you're Falcon clan, you can go pound sand. This is not what I meant, Thormurn. Listen to me, men of Dunland. There is no friendship between our people. We have warred and will again. But today we need each other. Today we have a common foe. Akka knows the way out of the ring, but we will need your help to reach it. Will you help us? Aye, we will. Count on it. Good. Now, Akka, it is time. There is a gap in the wall between the building on the western side. Once the black powder does its work, you should be able to make it there in the confusion. But first we need to get to the surface. It will not be easy with so many. We cannot all go together. It would attract too much attention. Akka is right. Thormurn and he and I will go first. Count several score before following us, then do so in groups of 2 or 3. Good luck to us all. And of course, these guys are incredibly slow. They're about to get slower. I wonder if the orcs even recognize who Akka is. Or if one human looks the same as another to them. We do not want to attract attention, Thormurn. We should walk slowly from here, so as not to attract undue attention. Let us go. Okay, I've forgotten what button is for walking. So we'll just kind of shuffle along. And it cuts scenes to out the exterior. We don't have to go all the way around to do that, so yay. We are almost out. Now we just need to light the black powder, Thormurn. Set up ahead of time, and we will have all the chaos we need to make it to the other side of the ring and freedom. And it's a safe farewell to Akka. Now we just need a bit of flame, and we can set off the black powder for our distraction. Let me do this. Both of you have homes beyond the ring, but this is my home. There is nowhere I want to go. I will light the powder. You are sure? I am ready for what comes, Thormurn. I will set the black powder flame, and it will draw all of Isengard to the side of the ring. When that happens, the western side should be empty, and you will be able to slip through the gap in the ring wall. Farewell, Thormurn. May you live past tonight and help put an end to my master's evil. Wait for my signal, and farewell. This way, Thormurn. Let's find a place to hide while we wait. Once we get out of here, I need to find Theodred, Prince of Rohan. Oh, I've met him. All his attention was focused on the movement of the Dunland clans. We had no idea things were this bad within Isengard. Where will you go? Wherever the road leads me. I will help you rescue your friends from the Falcon clan once I have given my message to Theodred. You have my word. I will help you save your ranger friends from their captivity at the hands of the Falcon clan. I am sorry that we can do nothing for the ranger that was sent here with you. Lothrindir, he was called. If Lothrindir lives still, Thormurn has kept him very close. We cannot hope to gain entrance to Orthanc. What is taking Akka so long? I think something has happened. You think? There's been a commotion below, Thormurn. Some of the captives got loose. Oh no! All of my boys ran to see what was going on, but I smelled a rat. And who should I see sneaking around the war machine? This old fool. Thormurn, this changes nothing. Do you understand me? It changes nothing. Keep him busy. You would be nothing without me. I gave you the run of Isengard. It was the fear of me that kept you from being thrown in the cells alongside these vermin. But now we will see. Oh yes, we will see whose time it is to die. See how I repay treachery. What is that noise?
From atop the pinnacle, I beheld a great fire and smoke. And when it cleared, my prized captives were gone. How is it you are still alive, Moorflock?
I carried you this far, but this is the end. Do not weep for me, my friend. It is enough to be free.
Balger's eyes flutter closed for the last time, and he dies a free man. You decide to return to Theodred's camp in the Gravenwood and see what has become of the Grey Company during your captivity. Well, that was sad. And it always is. I mean, even knowing what's going to happen, it's sad. We just read through the Slate of Shadows. So we shouldn't be too far away from Theodred's camp. But we are free! Woohoo! We are free of Isengard. Dang. That only took like barely 2 hours to do all of the Prisoner of Isengard. Yeah, you bite me, orc. I'm not stopping for you. It is a fun little quest chain. Being a prisoner there and then escaping. But it is also a sad quest chain because, of course, you know, not everybody makes it out alive. In fact, you're the only one of the three that makes it out alive. Akka is killed outright by Morflock, and Bulgur dies, bringing you out.
You are alive. We feared the worst.
Few of your friends made it out of Tal Methedras, and the tales of those who did are not encouraging. I do not think the Falcon clan was with Saruman in the beginning, rather. It seems the tale turned when you were traveling through Dunland. The news you brought Lheu Brenin, that Saruman's influence could be felt everywhere, may have been the information for which he was waiting. A pox on these Dunlandings. They cannot be trusted. Very few folk made it out of Tal Methedras, but some did. The rare few Dunlandings who spoke against the Brennan's decision, and a handful of rangers. If we work together, we can repay Lheu Brenin for his treachery.
Not every member of the Falcon clan agreed with Lheu Brenin's decision.
Not every member of the Falcon clan agreed with Lheu Brenin's decision. Those that did not were slain or forced to flee. One of those who escaped is the woman Saren, and it is from her that I have learned much of what befell within Tal Methedras. I had been working closely with your friend Saradin before you were captured, and he now burns with the desire to free what rangers still live, if any do. He is very wise, and it seems if there is any hope of rescue, he may be able to devise it. Speak with him on this account. You might also seek the advice of my trusted friend, Holgawise. He excels in battle and has been a boon companion on this excursion into Gravenwood. We have 3 to speak to. We'll start with Saradin. Saradin?
Many of our friends have fallen, and the rest are captives of Lheu Brenin.
You must tell me of your time in Isengard, Thormurn. It cannot have been pleasant, and you were often in my thoughts. I heard what happened within Tal Methedras from Radonir. Sometime after you were secreted away to Isengard, he managed to escape the prison cave with poor Bregier. The two of them fought their way into the center of Termorva, but then Saradin sighs heavily, and he seems in that moment much older than his years. Bregier did not make it. They cut him down in the road, and only Radonir escaped. He had gone back with some of Theodred's men to try and recover Bregier's body, but they have not returned. Many of our friends have fallen, and the rest are still captives of Lheu Brenin. According to Radonir, Halberd and the sons of Elrond are still alive, but who can say for how long? Must be Hogawise.
I would take 10 Rohirrim on horseback over 1,000 Dunlanding wild men.
We crossed the ford of Isen in secret to learn what the men of Dunland were up to, but it is worse than we suspected. I think it surprised the leader of the Falcon clan as well. It seems to me he was biding his time until the victory of one side seemed assured. Then he needed to simply throw his lot in with that side, likely to come out the victor. Let us hope that he is mistaken, Thormurn. I think that he is undervaluing the prowess of the men of Rohan. I would take 10 Rohirrim on horseback over 1,000 Dunlanding wild men. I have spoken with your friend Saradin, and it sounds like these rangers are the same. The more of them we free now, the fewer thousands of Dunlandings I need concern myself with. Huh. And I remember this old lady.
The honor of the Falcon, sold to Saruman. I cannot believe this.
I cannot believe this. How can this have happened? The old woman's quivering with anger and grief. The Brenin called the heads of households to him and declared that we were at last ready to reap our reward. We had only to bend the knee to Saruman. But Lheu Brenin himself had said to us that Hebag Wuth would not be the tool of some wizard. He said it often and loudly, and we came to believe it. I have no love for these horse lords, and this strutting princeling least of all. But what can be said? The honor of the Falcon clan, sold to Saruman. Wolf, fought his enemies in open battle. He was no wizard's hireling. Saren chokes back angry tears. My boy, Anin, has not returned yet from the lands of the Algreg, but his beloved spoke out against the treachery and is still a prisoner. What will I say to him if he dies?
The enemy has a strong defensive position, but I will help you free your friends.
There is no sense in delaying this any further. Your friends are held captive by our shared enemy. The enemy has a strong defensive position, but we have this advantage. We know where he is. Once the Falcon clan leaves Tal Methedras, that advantage dissipates. We must deal with them here, before they leave that valley. Once the Falcon clan leaves the valley, my men and I must retreat to hold the ford. The defense of Rohan is my main object. Until this time, I will help you free your friends.
I sent some of my men into Tal Methedras to establish a camp.
We should go to join them, pass into Tal Methedras, and follow the road as it approaches the lake. From the camp, we can scout the area and make a plan for rescuing the Rangers. Some of your people should already be at this camp, such is the fire in their hearts. Let all who wish to join them do so. All right, so we have made it into Isengard and out of Isengard, and now we need to return to Tal Methedras and work on freeing. Oh, hello, TWS Lives. Falcon Clan will get what's coming to them. A math test. This is the worst escape plan ever. Insert key toggles walking. Oh, thank you. I did not. Wait, I thought I tried that. Wait. I don't even know where my insert key is. Oh, dear. That probably doesn't help. Oh, it's down here. No, my insert key does not work. So yeah, I did try that. It didn't work. All right, but yeah. The Falcon Clan is going to get a beat down by the time we're done. They're absolutely, well, not really. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. However, it is 8:15. And in a short time, Gus is going to be going, hey, it's time to play some Valheim. And we're going to be doing some fun and pretty dangerous stuff tonight. So I want to be ready for it. Actually, I should be farming some blood bags in preparation because we're out of the potions we need, or almost. Yikes! However, thank you all. I want to start by thanking TWS Lives for stopping by, and I hope I wasn't too late. I was so focused on getting that instance done, I didn't notice. Thank you to W. Renly Max for stopping by. It seems like you're... well, I wish you well with your endeavors to drum up business. Thank you to Drive By for stopping by. Appreciate you always coming in to say everything looks good. Paladin Stormblessed, thank you. And Caillou, I hope you give the game a try. It really is a fun game. And there's a lot of lore. Lord of the Rings Online is very lore heavy. Not 100% lore accurate, but let's just say compared to some other things, it is very lore accurate. And for everybody else who popped in and out or stuck around and watched, well, also thank you. Appreciate all of you. Next time say hi. I promise I don't bite. Now, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, well, we usually do Obsidian, or Oblivion. Why do I keep saying Obsidian? We usually do Oblivion lately, because we've been having a ton of fun with that. But, well, I might spend at least one of those evenings trying out a little something else, I'll let y'all know. However, like I said, I have to get ready for some Valheim with Gus. So, thank you all. I really appreciate you all. And, of course, y'all know all the fun clicky things if you haven't subscribed already. So, with all that out of the way, y'all have a wonderful night. Have a fantastic Friday. And until next time, bye for now.